Welcome to the Immortal Forge. This is ShansImmortal, and I recently dove into Monster Hunter World and became addicted. But as I'm learning, I wanted to pass my newfound knowledge on to anyone who is new or thinking of starting Monster Hunter World. This game has a fairly large learning curve, so I wanted my first video to show some of the basic quality of life tips that I have found to be most useful. So without further ado, let's begin the first episode of Immortal Forge's Beginner Tips from a Beginner. Number 1, save your loadouts. When I first started playing, I just left to kill everything, which means I often left for a hunt unprepared. Then I found out about loadouts. In your change equipment menu, hit X for manage loadouts. This will allow you to save what you're currently wearing. So if you often use different weapons or gear sets, you can swap between them with one button instead of having to search through all of your gear. This saves a ton of time and guarantees you're wearing everything that you need for each hunt. Literally just save it and then boom, done. It can even save your layered armor, which we know is the real end game. There's an additional part of loadouts that you guys need to take advantage of as well, and this brings us to number 2 on the list, save your item loadout. So if you're anything like me and you're totally unorganized, like literally all the time, this will be a huge help. Simply load up the items you want into your pouch, including ammo or coatings if you're using guns or bows, and make sure you have a large stash in your item box. Basically, you're just going to load up this every single time you go out on a hunt, and you're guaranteed to have all your potions, bombs, traps, anything that you need for that hunt every time without having to search through the giant item box of all of the stuff that you get from your hunts. Number 3, sell your trade-in items. While I progressed through the game really quickly, I was seriously lacking in funds. That's where the trade-in items come in. To do this, simply open your item box and select Sell Items. At the bottom, you'll see Sell All Trade-in Items. This is the button you'll select and your items will be sold. While I only got 18,000 Z on this one, I actually did this the night before and had gotten over 300,000. It had been a few days since I had done that. So it's definitely important to do this every time. It's additional currency, and you are going to need this currency to craft items down the road. Number 4, bounties and investigations. All right, I'll admit, in my rush to finish the base game to get to Iceborn, I kind of ignored these, and everybody yelled at me. These are actually really helpful and important to keep doing because they give helpful rewards, and you can just keep them active and complete them as you're grinding. Let's go ahead and walk through. Start by heading over to the resource center if you're in a gathering hub and talking to the very pretty lady that sits there. If you have any completed bounties, they'll pop up right away and you can see what rewards you have gotten, in this case research points and armor spheres. Next, you'll want to select register bounties to make sure you have your bounties stocked. From this screen, simply select which bounties you want to complete and put them in the left-hand column. Those are the ones you're currently working on, whereas the ones in the right-hand column are the ones that are available. You'll also be able to check your progress on your current bounties by hovering over them. In the bottom, it'll show your progress and how many you've completed. It'll also show you what the rewards will be once you've finished. From the same resource center, you'll see the option to select Manage Investigations. Investigations are to capture or hunt specific monsters. On top of the normal rewards for completion, investigations offer additional rewards, and they are indicated by the colored boxes, bronze, silver, and gold. Simply select the checkbox to activate the investigation, and then head on over to your quest counter. Once you've headed over to the quest center, open up the quest screen and select the investigations category. Here you'll see all the investigations that you've selected with some additional information on each one. These will help you get rare items that you need to craft you gear and weapons, so take advantage of these when hunting a monster you need items from. You can go and select the investigation, come back, do it however many times it is available, to try to get the item that you need. Some items are very rare, so this comes in very handy. Number 5, Iceborn Steamworks. So you've completed the base game and traveled off to the frozen lands of the Iceborn expansion. You blew through the base game like I did. You'll find things like potions and armor spheres are kind of in low supply in your item box. A great and easy way to obtain a ton of these is by doing Steamworks. There are 2 ways that you can obtain fuel to help the Steamworks. One is by using natural fuel. Natural fuel is accumulated automatically by completing quests, kind of like how the Argosy or botanical research function works, which we may include in an additional video. You can also store fuel items by mining the red mining locations. You'll get Dragon Vein Shards, Dragon Vein Coal, and these will be used to complete a mini game for additional rewards. Now, the mini game has you putting in a series of 3 button sequences. There's always one correct sequence, but it's a guessing game to figure out what the correct sequence is. Now, if you watch the pellicles closely, sometimes they'll give a hint, you know what you're looking for. Correctly guessing the sequence provides better rewards and also provides more steam to Steamworks. Similar to an incorrect will give lesser rewards, but you still will get a reward for every single one that you complete. Once you've completed filling the gauge to red, it'll go into overdrive mode, which there's a short, skippable cutscene of some NPCs doing some crazy things, and you'll be rewarded with a very rare or higher quality item, which is the overdrive bonus. If you made it this far, thank you so much for watching. While I am new to the game, I wanted to share what I was learning with all of you while I was learning it, and there will be more videos to come. However, if you know of any other cool tricks or tips for the beginner, please feel free to drop them in the comments, and I might just put them in my next video. With that in mind, if you like what you see, please like, subscribe, and come join me live 6 days a week on my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/ShansImmortal. Until next time, I will see you guys later.